Hey everybody, this is Grace. This video, I'm going to talk about something about dysfunctional family members and in-laws. Okay. Now, how many of us have had, dysfunctional in-laws or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is for you? Their family was just totally dysfunctional, and or both. And how people say this, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, that's not true. I mean, that's not true in every situation. Some it might be, but not all. Okay, I've never been one to say that one size fits all. So one size doesn't fit all in this kind of thing. Now, I remember as a child, I've said this before, as a child, I thought, looked at people I knew and everything as a child, and I said, why is it that some people in the family, in like this family or that family, they're, one parent's really mean, the other one's really nice, and then the children, some are really nice and some are really mean. As a child, seeing other children this way. And you grow up and you still see the same thing. I don't question it now. I mean, I've learned long ago, probably as a child, that is what it is. And it's often that, say, the bad child is groomed, or the bad children, they're groomed to be the next, like, narcissistic one, or even psychopathic. Yeah. Whatever cluster B. And they're groomed to be that way. They pick the weakest, is the way I see it. The one that is more, what's the word, malleable? Yeah, they can mold whatever way they want. And they basically can. The bad ones. The other ones, they turn out pretty normal, but they have had to put up with so much abuse. They may be a little bit on the, not normal side. I avoided saying basically neurotic, but yeah, that wouldn't be 100%, and it goes on from there. And when you say somebody's neurotic, that doesn't mean a good thing, and it's like blaming the victim, in my view. Seriously, it is. Because I think they often are. But some people say, hey, the cluster Bs, they're victims too. They were victims as children. Well, as a child, I realized some picked the way to go. As a child, I would say the bad way, and the other ones went the good way. Yeah. Anyway, it can be really bad when you're dealing with, to get back to this, you're dealing with your own family. Say you have a truly dysfunctional family, and you're dealing with them, but you're also dealing with your current boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse, with their family, and their family is dysfunctional. It's like having double trouble, that they can consume so much of your life. If they put their feet in, into all your business, they're always right there. Why is this car just sitting there? They're just always doing something to cause you problems. Now that is something and I'm not here to give anybody advice, but to me, it's something you and your spouse, or you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, have to discuss and really come to an agreement. Who's more important? And I don't think that's a good, it depends on so many things, on how long your relationship, like if you're just dating and how long, and because that can be such a big deal breaker. And it can, cause people to feel like you're trying to test their loyalty, you're trying to rip them away from their family, and so many things. But really, if you have a good, mature conversation, maybe in front of with the guidance of a counselor, a licensed professional counselor, not a, I'm going to say this again, life coaches are not counselors, okay, so at least, unless they are actually just doing that on the side of being a licensed professional counselor. But anyway, to do this, and really to get an understanding of, hey, if they're going to be constantly putting their 2 cents in, telling you how to run your life, how you do everything, causing whatever kind of trouble between the two of you, what's more important? Seriously, if if you choose your family, that you made that choice, and you have to pay the consequences. If they choose their family, over you. They made their choice. They have to pay the consequences. Okay? Everybody pays the consequences of their own actions or inactions in something like this, and in many things. Most things. All things. And so far in my life, I have never seen anybody's relationship work out when a family, a dysfunctional family on whatever side, or both sides, decides to interfere. And once they start interfering, if it's no contact, if the members don't decide to go, if they decide not to go no contact, and they're still in in their lives, no, I've never seen anything good come of that. It's just a life of stress and being bullied, abuse. It's just like if you stay in a marriage, that you're married to the person. The person is narcissistic or whatever close to be, or however abusive or toxic. That could be your life. It's just dealing with somebody else's problem. Okay, my view these days especially is that you only have one life to live. Now, if somebody's family is just going to be all up in your business, and they are going to be, your family, their family, or your family's up all into your business and it's causing problems with your significant other, that's not worth it. What is worth it? What is the main thing? You and your relationship with this other person as an adult, you're an adult, and you're having an adult relationship, or the people who are causing you problems. Excuse me. Which one is more important? And you, as an adult, you need to make that decision. Okay, if telling them and going through whatever you and your counselor decide and doing that doesn't work, what is your counselor telling you? Is your counselor saying stay there and stay miserable? Whatever it is. Okay, like I said, if they decide they want to stay with their family and they're not going to do anything about it, stay miserable. Really. Anyway, I'm wrapping this one up. I'll talk to y'all in another video.